Noah Anderson,
Toby Green,
Christian Petrarca,
Dan Houston,
and Sam Darcy.
These are just some of the names that started where we are.
in the YJFL,
representing the league for the Interleague Carnival.
We thanks to our lead sponsors,
Pivot Sports Performance,
Hair House,
Hire Depot,
Sports Safe Australia,
Swinburne University of Technology.
Join us on our journey.
and welcome to the 2025 Interleague Carnival.
Let's go the YJFL.
Nick Dacos.
Noah Anderson,
Toby Green,
Christian Petrarca,
Dan Houston,
and Sam Darcy.
These are just some of the names that started where we are.
in the YJFL,
representing the league for the Interleague Carnival.
We thanks to our lead sponsors,
Pivot Sports Performance,
Hair House,
Hire Depot,
Sports Safe Australia,
Swinburne University of Technology.
Join us on our journey.
and welcome to the 2025 Interleague Carnival.
let's go the YJFL.
Nick Dacos.
Noah Anderson,
Toby Green,
Christian Petrarca,
Dan Houston,
and Sam Darcy.
These are just some of the names that started where we are.
in the YJFL,
representing the league for the Interleague Carnival.
We thanks to our lead sponsors,
Pivot Sports Performance,
Hair House,
Hire Depot,
Sports Safe Australia,
Swinburne University of Technology.
Join us on our journey.
and welcome to the 2025 Interleague Carnival.
let's go the YJFL.
Nick Dacos.
Noah Anderson,
Toby Green,
Christian Petrarca,
Dan Houston,
and Sam Darcy.
These are just some of the names that started where we are.
in the YJFL,
representing the league for the Interleague Carnival.
We thanks to our lead sponsors,
Pivot Sports Performance,
Hair House,
Hire Depot,
Sports Safe Australia,
Swinburne University of Technology.
Join us on our journey.
and welcome to the 2025 Interleague Carnival.
let's go the YJFL.
Nick Dacos.
Noah Anderson,
Toby Green,
Christian Petrarca,
Dan Houston,
and Sam Darcy.
These are just some of the names that started where we are.
in the YJFL,
representing the league for the Interleague Carnival.
We thanks to our lead sponsors,
Pivot Sports Performance,
Hair House,
Hire Depot,
Sports Safe Australia,
Swinburne University of Technology.
Join us on our journey.
and welcome to the 2025 Interleague Carnival.
let's go the YJFL.
Nick Dacos.
Noah Anderson,
Toby Green,
Christian Petrarca,
Dan Houston,
and Sam Darcy.
These are just some of the names that started where we are.
in the YJFL,
representing the league for the Interleague Carnival.
We thanks to our lead sponsors,
Pivot Sports Performance,
Hair House,
Hire Depot,
Sports Safe Australia,
Swinburne University of Technology.
Join us on our journey.
and welcome to the 2025 Interleague Carnival.
let's go the YJFL.
Nick Dacos.
Noah Anderson,
Toby Green,
Christian Petrarca,
Dan Houston,
and Sam Darcy.
These are just some of the names that started where we are.
in the YJFL,
representing the league for the Interleague Carnival.
We thanks to our lead sponsors,
Pivot Sports Performance,
Hair House,
Hire Depot,
Sports Safe Australia,
Swinburne University of Technology.
Join us on our journey.
and welcome to the 2025 Interleague Carnival.
let's go the YJFL.
Nick Dacos.
Noah Anderson,
Toby Green,
Christian Petrarca,
Dan Houston,
and Sam Darcy.
These are just some of the names that started where we are.
in the YJFL,
representing the league for the Interleague Carnival.
We thanks to our lead sponsors,
Pivot Sports Performance,
Hair House,
Hire Depot,
Sports Safe Australia,
Swinburne University of Technology.
Join us on our journey.
and welcome to the 2025 Interleague Carnival.
let's go the YJFL.
Nick Dacos.
Noah Anderson,
Toby Green,
Christian Petrarca,
Dan Houston,
and Sam Darcy.
These are just some of the names that started where we are.
in the YJFL,
representing the league for the Interleague Carnival.
We thanks to our lead sponsors,
Pivot Sports Performance,
Hair House,
Hire Depot,
Sports Safe Australia,
Swinburne University of Technology.
Join us on our journey.
And welcome to the 2025 Interleague Carnival.
Let's go the YJFL.
Nick Dacos,
Noah Anderson,
Toby Green,
Christian Petrarca. Dan Houston.
and Sam Darcy.
These are just some of the names that started where we are.
In the YJFL,
representing the league for the Interleague Carnival.
With thanks to our lead sponsors,
Pivot Sports Performance. Hair House.
Hire Depot,
Sports Safe Australia.
Swinburne University of Technology.
Join us on our journey.
and welcome to the 2025 Interleague Carnival.
Let's go the YJFL.
Nick Dacos,
Noah Anderson,
Toby Green,
Christian Petrarca. Dan Houston.
and Sam Darcy.
These are just some of the names that started where we are.
In the YJFL,
representing the league for the Interleague Carnival.
With thanks to our lead sponsors,
Pivot Sports Performance. Hair House.
Hire Depot,
Sports Safe Australia.
Swinburne University of Technology.
Join us on our journey.
and welcome to the 2025 Interleague Carnival.
Let's go the YJFL.
Nick Dacos,
Noah Anderson,
Toby Green,
Christian Petrarca. Dan Houston.
and Sam Darcy.
These are just some of the names that started where we are.
In the YJFL,
representing the league for the Interleague Carnival.
With thanks to our lead sponsors,
Pivot Sports Performance. Hair House.
Hire Depot,
Sports Safe Australia.
Swinburne University of Technology.
Join us on our journey.
and welcome to the 2025 Interleague Carnival.
Let's go the YJFL.
Nick Dacos,
Noah Anderson,
Toby Green,
Christian Petrarca. Dan Houston.
and Sam Darcy.
These are just some of the names that started where we are.
In the YJFL,
representing the league for the Interleague Carnival.
With thanks to our lead sponsors,
Pivot Sports Performance. Hair House.
Hire Depot,
Sports Safe Australia.
Swinburne University of Technology.
Join us on our journey.
and welcome to the 2025 Interleague Carnival.
Let's go the YJFL.
Nick Dacos,
Noah Anderson,
Toby Green,
Christian Petrarca. Dan Houston.
and Sam Darcy.
These are just some of the names that started where we are.
In the YJFL,
representing the league for the Interleague Carnival.
With thanks to our lead sponsors,
Pivot Sports Performance. Hair House.
Hire Depot,
Sports Safe Australia.
Swinburne University of Technology.
Join us on our journey.
and welcome to the 2025 Interleague Carnival.
Let's go the YJFL.
Nick Dacos,
Noah Anderson,
Toby Green,
Christian Petrarca. Dan Houston.
and Sam Darcy.
These are just some of the names that started where we are.
In the YJFL,
representing the league for the Interleague Carnival.
With thanks to our lead sponsors,
Pivot Sports Performance. Hair House.
Hire Depot,
Sports Safe Australia.
Swinburne University of Technology.
Join us on our journey.
and welcome to the 2025 Interleague Carnival.
Let's go the YJFL.
Nick Dacos,
Noah Anderson,
Toby Green,
Christian Petrarca. Dan Houston.
and Sam Darcy.
These are just some of the names that started where we are.
In the YJFL,
representing the league for the Interleague Carnival.
With thanks to our lead sponsors,
Pivot Sports Performance. Hair House.
Hire Depot,
Sports Safe Australia.
Swinburne University of Technology.
Join us on our journey.
and welcome to the 2025 Interleague Carnival.
Let's go the YJFL.
Nick Dacos,
Noah Anderson,
Toby Green,
Christian Petrarca. Dan Houston.
and Sam Darcy.
These are just some of the names that started where we are.
In the YJFL,
representing the league for the Interleague Carnival.
With thanks to our lead sponsors,
Pivot Sports Performance. Hair House.
Hire Depot,
Sports Safe Australia.
Swinburne University of Technology.
Join us on our journey.
and welcome to the 2025 Interleague Carnival.
Let's go the YJFL.
Nick Dacos,
Noah Anderson,
Toby Green,
Christian Petrarca. Dan Houston.
and Sam Darcy.
These are just some of the names that started where we are.
In the YJFL,
Representing the league for the Interleague Carnival.
We thanks to our lead sponsors,
Pivot Sports Performance, Hair House,
Hire Depot,
Sports Safe Australia,
Swinburne University of Technology.
Join us on our journey.
and welcome to the 2025 Interleague Carnival.
Let's go the YJFL.
Nick Dacos.
Noah Anderson.
Toby Green,
Christian Petrarca, Dan Houston,
and Sam Darcy.
These are just some of the names that started where we are.
In the YJFL,
Representing the league for the Interleague Carnival.
We thanks to our lead sponsors,
Pivot Sports Performance, Hair House,
Hire Depot,
Sports Safe Australia,
Swinburne University of Technology.
Join us on our journey.
and welcome to the 2025 Interleague Carnival.
let's go the YJFL.
Nick Dacos.
Noah Anderson.
Toby Green,
Christian Petrarca, Dan Houston,
and Sam Darcy.
these are just some of the names that started where we are.
In the YJFL,
Representing the league for the Interleague Carnival.
We thanks to our lead sponsors,
Pivot Sports Performance, Hair House,
Hire Depot,
Sports Safe Australia,
Swinburne University of Technology.
Join us on our journey.
and welcome to the 2025 Interleague Carnival.
let's go the YJFL.
Nick Dacos.
Noah Anderson.
Toby Green,
Christian Petrarca, Dan Houston,
and Sam Darcy.
these are just some of the names that started where we are.
In the YJFL,
Representing the league for the Interleague Carnival.
We thanks to our lead sponsors,
Pivot Sports Performance, Hair House,
Hire Depot,
Sports Safe Australia,
Swinburne University of Technology.
Join us on our journey.
and welcome to the 2025 Interleague Carnival.
let's go the YJFL.
Nick Dacos.
Noah Anderson.
Toby Green,
Christian Petrarca, Dan Houston,
and Sam Darcy.
these are just some of the names that started where we are.
In the YJFL,
Representing the league for the Interleague Carnival.
We thanks to our lead sponsors,
Pivot Sports Performance, Hair House,
Hire Depot,
Sports Safe Australia,
Swinburne University of Technology.
Join us on our journey.
and welcome to the 2025 Interleague Carnival.
let's go the YJFL.
Nick Dacos.
Noah Anderson.
Toby Green,
Christian Petrarca, Dan Houston,
and
And welcome back to Ford Park North in downtown Belfield, which is near Ivanhoe, and Eaglemont, God's own country, where I grew up. Ben Mendelsohn, well-known Australian actor, grew up. Kate Blanchett also had her childhood in that part of the world, and well-known radio announcer and newsreader at Channel 10, the late great Bruce Mansfield, just up the road there. So, bit of sunshine, can you believe that? Yes, of course you can. It's Melbourne. An hour ago it was raining. Cats and dogs, and it's actually all right now. Now I need a bit of a shout out to the Demore family. I called young Gian Siracusa, Daniel's son Otis, kicking those 2 goals, and then he's done a couple of interesting celebrations. One like he was sliding in the puddles, and another one where he did a handstand which didn't quite come off. It was Demore, so I do apologise to the Demore family. Both of them looked alike. One's wearing 8, one's wearing 6. So we'll get ready for a start here. This is the first division team. They're a very even side. Just spoken to the coach of Yarra Juniors, and most of his starting midfield will start on the bench. And Frankston Juniors, Bo Muston, whose son tried to show some candy, he wasn't too happy about it in the Division 2 game. He is involved as an assistant coach for the Frankston Junior team. He's a great man for coaching. down that part of the world. The former Hawthorn player, a lot of injuries in his AFL career, played at Box Hill and coached at Frankston Bombers for many years, and they just missed out on a few premierships. He's done a great job of that team. Got them to third a couple of years ago in the MPFNL in his last year in charge. So the ball rolls around in the middle with the sunshine. And they emerge with the footy, Yarra Juniors. And they'll get it inside 50. And it comes from the boot of Josh Fanning. And he finds a target at centre half forward straight away as they head towards the southern end. It's interesting. I was told too that, the great man, Paddy Swain's here. The great man, I didn't even see you. Shot a goal 45 metres out, and we've gone through for a goal. They're all here. They're all here to see me, Paddy. That's why they're here. Good to see you, mate. They get away with a great goal. Come back and chat. Paddy Swain is here. He's always involved in junior footy. And, of course, he's the coach of the Pines Football Club in the MPFNL. And it's 1 straight 6-0. Opening couple of minutes in this game. And, of course, we're here for the Swinburne Institute. Yes, the Frankston Junior Football League, closely associated with the MPFNL, which Game Face is also involved in. Ball thrown up in the middle. Both teams work hard. And tackles are laid. Going nowhere in a hurry. Laying a good tackle there for the Frankston team was Lennon Grimer. Thanks to Jackie for providing me with the team list. Fell with the Mount Eliza team. High ball in the juniors. And taken on the outer side of the ground. A kick towards half forward. They repelled nicely, the Frankston junior team. They haven't had the opportunity to get together and be a cohesive unit like the Yarra Juniors have. They've sort of been together in training sessions and squads since January, I believe. So a chance now, but a great tackle inside 50 on Yarra by Frankston, and they rewarded with a free kick just near the cricket nets on that outer side of the ground. 1 straight 6-0. In short to half-back on the outer side. Free kick, though. Yarra Juniors looking to drive in long from that left half-forward position. Roy Lethleen playing today for the Yarra Juniors. Father Simon, of course, heavily involved in footy. High kick to the square, looking to try and take the mark. And then he gets a hand pass out to his teammate. Couldn't take the mark there was Owen Traynor. But you got the hand pass out to Hamish Walker, who snapped around the body, kicks his second goal, and it's been a good start. As believe it or not, it's getting hot. I'll say it again, it's Melbourne. Mastercraft Construction scoreboard, 2 straight 12-0. Early stages of the game. There's the great Daniel G in Syracuse. One of the greats of the Western Bulldogs. Now an Essendon coach. Young Otis, his son. Looks like the old man too. Plays like him as well. Thrown up in the middle of the ground. Tapped down again. Handball comes out. And now they're through the middle again, Yarra Juniors. Long goal. What a goal that is. Oh, thank you very much. That was from further than 50 metres out. Powerful stuff. And that was Roy Lethleen, son of a gun, Simon's son. Powerful and strong. Simon has understatedly played him down. When I said, what sort of player is he, Simon? Oh, he has a crack, Dan. I think he's a bit better than that with that explosive speed out of the stoppage and the finishing 3 straight 18-0 on the Mastercraft scoreboard. In the opening quarter, what a start this has been. Great to watch. In the middle of the ground again. Picked up and the handball comes out. But the bounce wasn't great because of the conditions. And that should nearly be holding the ball against Arlo, Stryden, Brown. It's picked off him And Frankston try and get it forward. Player was taken down at a tackle. Is that a sling tackle? Yeah. Yep. And Edward Barnaby with the free kick at half-back. Barnaby on the left. 50 metres, stand rule. Shouldn't be in junior footy. I said it earlier. I think it's a dreadful, dreadful, dreadful rule. And at all levels of footy, if it is in, it's 15 metres at best. Horrible rule. That's just my opinion, though. Kicks towards half forward. No mark taken. Chance now for the ball to come through. The big ball left lean again. Gets the hand pass out. They just keep rolling it forward with some dirty footy, Yarra Junior. 40 from goal. They try and clear it, but under the pump, and then another snap at goal. And they've kicked it again. Just that ability to set up a wall inside attacking 50 Yarra Juniors. And they are getting it in there regularly. In fact, too regularly for Frankston Juniors' liking. And they're scoring constantly. And Ben Aldridge, the goal scorer on that occasion, 4 straight, 24-0. Wonderful to see people like, for the Frankston Junior Football League, a very experienced coach like Paddy Swain, who's been at Pines for a long time, 11 years, and Bo Muston, as I said. And obviously the same thing with the Yarra Junior Football League as well, with all their coaches that they've got. Good people involved. Out of the middle again. There is Lesleen again. Left foot kick. Inside 50. Big pack forming. They've got numbers at ground level, but a very good tackle laid by Chunga. No, not that good. A little bit high. Thought, though, that the player was sort of down at ground level and may have unintentionally buckled at the knees for the Yarra Juniors, and there's going to be a free kick. So a chance for their 5th goal in this opening quarter, which has been an impressive display. As I said, the coach hasn't really had his main midfield on, early days. I'm going to have to take my clothes off. Not all my clothes, just my jacket off in a minute. It's that hot. You wouldn't want me to take all my clothes off. High ball, which is a slewing away and out of bounds down at the southern end. Jai Henry was the player that kicked the ball off hands. Boundary throw-in. 20 metres around from Yarra Junior's goal. The Mastercraft scoreboard. It's 4 straight, 24-0 in this opening term. Pack forming. They try and get some territory. Frankston to half-back. Not able to. Some good tackling. Gus Stroud. Thrown up again. Tapped down once more. A lot of players working hard. And again, it'll be thrown up. 45 from goal. Handball comes out. Receiving it is McDougall, the son of the team manager, Jackie, involved with the Mount Eliza Footy Club. Very strong club, as we know. And it'll be out of bounds. Thrown back into play. Mastercraft scoreboard, 4 straight, 24-0. They've had trouble going forward. Knocked down. Hurry kick towards half forward. Hand pass now on the left, kicking inside 50. It's a one-on-one battle now. The cavalry arrive though for both teams. And then there's a good battle and it spills off hands and out of bounds. Left half forward on the outer side near the cricket nets and also the playground. Basketball courts, a really good setup here now. They've done a great job the way they've set it up. The council's worked hard to get these grounds going well. This ground is used by Ivanhoe Juniors. They need it. They've got a number of junior teams. They've got the big ground down, of course, on the boulevard there, Ivanhoe Park. It's a big, big ground, long ground, probably too big for junior footy. I played there. I couldn't play. It was about 30-odd years, well, 40 years ago, really, when I was playing. The ground hasn't changed a lot. It's good they've got this ground, and I think they might also occasionally use the Roosters ground West Ivanhoe up the hill at Belmont, which is Belmont Road, which is a nice little ground as well, just on the way out of Ivanhoe. High kick towards the wing, and mark taken by Frankston, and that was Baxter Quirk, who goes wide. And then it's socket off the ground and out of bounds on the full. 4 straight 24-0. Kick back in. Handball. Wobbly ball. Just maybe should have gone longer instead of going for the 45-metre kick, not hitting the target, but that'll come with time. Slung as he gets his boot to ball is Hudson Willett, son of Dave Willett, another well-known name in junior footy. And that kick went so deep inside 50 that they were able to get on the end of that and roll it through for a goal, because the Yarra Junior defenders were well up. They were high. They were around about centre half back, if not further up the ground. The words of the great Rex Hunt, higher than Joe Cocker. So that was a lovely goal getting out the back. So they've got a goal, 1 straight 6 to 4 straight 24. The margin 18 points. Yes, Dave Willett, Premiership player at Mount Eliza and coaching Chelsea in the MPFNL. Got them into a granny last year. They lost narrowly to Edithvale Aspendale. It was 18 on 16. They had 18 men, and Edie found a way to win and go up to First Division. And Chelsea, they firmly ensconced inside the top 5 at the moment. He's the brother-in-law of Paul Hopgood, who played 113 games at Melbourne. Good work to get the ball inside 50. The big body there involved in a chain of hand passes was Barnaby for Yarra Juniors. Ball's at ground level, and then trying to get a hand pass out, but had it run down, is Zachariah Cassidy, who's one of their key players who came in off the bench, according to the coach. Good to have a chat. Did say it's less junior teams in the under-14s, despite being the biggest league in junior footy in Victoria. Here's a chance now. Flying shot by Hamish Walker across the face from this forward pocket to the outer forward pocket. And then a good tackle. Didn't allow Patel to stay inside the boundary. Boundary throw-in, 4 straight 24 to 1 straight 6. 18-point lead, Mastercraft scoreboard for Swinburne Uni. Working hard, both teams. Out of defence. Hurried kick. Good pressure. Able to work the ball free again. By hand, but put his teammate under a lot of trouble was Lennon Grimer of Frankston, but he got a free kick for in the back. Turnover once more by Yarra Juniors. And then a good strong mark, though, by Frankston. And the big figure there of Bailey White. He's kicked out. It's still inside a defensive 50. Turned over again with that big wall provided by the very disciplined Yarra Juniors. They scurry a kick inside 50. Trying to get to the back of the pack is King. King couldn't get boot to ball, though, for Yarra Juniors. Another spearing ball back in his direction. He again is brought down. Good hustling and bustling and pressure provided by Willett. Dave would be happy with that. He gets a hurry boot to ball. Turnover again at half forward. High floating left foot kick inside 50. Bouncing ball hard on the boundary. Now this is a good squaring ball. Player comes into position and takes a great mark. That was wonderful work, wonderful vision by Yarra Juniors, that the player that had the footy, and we'll pick him out in a second, was able to come around that outer side and see that his teammate was running into a dangerous location, Nash Styles, who's another one of their keys, who's coming off the bench, not starting the game on the ground, has a chance for a shot at goal. He'll shoot, and he will goal. No, he won't. He'll miss. Left-hand side behind. 4-1-25 to 1 straight 6. And nearly a turnover here. There'll be a free kick. And it'll be taken by Benjamin King. In short, as a player leading for him, getting into a nice location, Jai Henry takes the mark at centre half forward. 45 metres out. The passes are hitting targets inside 50. And they're also hitting the bullseye with goals. So 5-1, 31 to 1 straight 6. Mastercraft scoreboard. Close to quarter time in this first division match between the Frankston Junior Football League and the Yarra Junior Football League. 25-point lead. One and a half minutes left in the quarter. Thrown down again. And they just get their hands free. Trying to get through, but not able to get there was Aldridge for Yarra Juniors. Again, they try and get their handballs over the top, but it's cut off by Yarra Juniors, and some running play. Long left foot kick towards half forward. Their forwards are playing in front. Good use of the footy again, lowering the eyes. Lovely little ball. And then I thought maybe it nearly had too much on it, but gee, great athleticism to jump high and take the mark by Jai Henry. He's already kicked a goal. That pass was exquisite. They've got some boys that can certainly play, lowering of the eyes, moving quickly, seeing the play before most can see the play. And that's not something that I reckon you can be taught. That's something you're born with in sport. Henry, slide angle, 30 metres out for his team sixth to the southern end. And I reckon he has kicked the goal. He has. Mastercraft scoreboard, 6-1, 37 to 1 straight 6. Nearing quarter time. Joshua Fanning, good use of the football. A couple of times he's done that now, number 1. Trying to take the game on like the Frankston number 2 side did earlier today. But the issue being is that they're awake to it, this very disciplined side, very even side, as their coach said. And they made a very good start close to quarter time. Big fist away. Defensive side, centre square, free kick, player taken down. Brown. Bryant Brown. Kicks to half forward. Oh, big strong mark taken. He's a big man, Thomas. It's like the parting of the Red Seas. They get a kick inside 50. And Edward Barnaby trails the ball over the boundary. 25 metres around from goal. 6-1, 37 to 1 straight 6. Back into play again. Going up. He might have given away a free kick here. Tom Jeffrey. No, he'll get the free kick. He's a big body, isn't he? Blonde-haired boy. Jeffrey launches long to the half-back line, but again, intercept marks everywhere. Elijah DeRuden takes the mark. Back inside 50 for Yarra Junior. Off hands. Good crumbing. Hudson Willett again, who's been one of his team's better players. Dave, you'd be happy with that. I know you're a hard taskmaster. Close to the boundary. Frankston Juniors keep it alive again. It's whacked over the line and out of bounds. Right on quarter time. 6-1, 37 to 1 straight 6. 31-point lead. They have numbers. Aldridge, King, Yarra Juniors combining nicely. Again, those tall forwards, they go directly inside attacking 50 to within 40 of goal, and generally they've got a player there with sticky fingers. Jai Henry might be one of them, and Edward Barnaby is often the other. And they've taken some great marks. 40 metres out, right on the quarter time siren. And has that gone through? It has. So those tallish forwards It's causing all sorts of headaches for Frankston. One straight 6 to 7, 143. That's a very, very good start. Right on quarter time. The Mastercraft scoreboard. On that occasion, another one chipped in to take the mark, and that was Owen Trainer. So it's 7-1-43 to 1 straight 6. We'll take a break and be back with the second quarter for Swinburne University shortly.
Been in the dental industry for 27 years. I've had my own business for around 20 years. So sponsoring and supporting over 60 sporting clubs, from footy to rugby to gyms to schools, all types of contact sports. When an athlete comes up to me like a boxer and wants their logo or a special design, I love making it. Their smile on their face when they're wearing the mouthguard in the ring. If it's not a Sports Saver Australia mouthguard, it's not a mouthguard. These are custom made, professionally fitted. You'll get the best comfort, best design, and most importantly, you'll protect your teeth.
This piece of paper fights against hackers, protects our planet, builds new worlds.
And we need to give a best on ground for the earlier game for Pivot Sports Performance. And I think that has to go to the man who was captain, Jacob Every, of the Yarra Junior Football League Division 2 team in their big win. He was magnificent. So we'll give him best on ground. Goal of the day. I did call him Otis Giansiracusa, but he was wearing number 8. And that was Anthony Demora, also for his celebration as well. We'll give him goal of the day for Rookie Me and mark of the day for Bendigo Bank. I think he really tried his backside off, and he was in the ruck a bit and up forward too for the Yarra Junior team. And that was young Howden. Thought he did a really, really good job to compete all day, Ben Howden. So I'll give him mark of the day for Bendigo Bank, and we'll have those awards again here. Pivot Sports Performance. Goal of the day for Rookie Me. That's best on ground for Pivot Sports Performance, and mark of the day for Bendigo Bank. Thanks to Mastercraft Construction, our scoreboard sponsor in the first quarter. Our second quarter scoreboard sponsor, Sports Safe Australia. And we're here, of course, for the Swinburne University of Technology. So it's 7-1-43 to 1 straight 6. 37-point lead on the Sports Safe Australia scoreboard. Those big forwards were magnificent in the first quarter for Yarra Junior. And Cassidy gets a kick inside 50, and they start running amok with good hands. And they finish off with another one. Magnificent finish. Great hands inside. Forward 50. And then a long shot at goal from 45 metres, a candidate for goal of the day for rookie me. And that was from Edward Barnaby, another one of those hybrid tall forwards that we've spoken about already, causing havoc for Bo Muston and the coaching staff at Frankston Juniors. 8-1-49 to 1 straight 6. And the margin inside 30 seconds is 43 points in this second term. Thrown up again. Chance now for Frankston to try and get the ball clear. But again, the pressure immense. Just bigger boys, aren't they, in that middle of the ground. Handball comes out. Now they can try and jar it free. Good attack front on, though, provided by Nash Stiles. But he's given away a free kick for Yarra to Frankston. Kick out wide. And the mark taken by Lucas Suris. He kicks inside 50. A couple of players trying to juggle the mark, one for each team. Hard on the boundary as Yarra win it again. Staying in the moment was Henry Hitchin, but he's turned it over. Right on the wing in front of our commentary position. And with the footy was William Robertson, but he's turned it over as he went for the 45-metre kick to the outer side of the ground. And they're on a gallop out there and opening up the ground, making it look pretty big. And it is a big ground, but even bigger for the Frankston team to defend. They try and get boot to ball up towards the wing. Again, that wall being set up in a disciplined manner by Yarra Juniors. Make it hard for them to extricate the area. 8-1-49 Frankston, that is. 1 straight 6. And early stages in this second term. As the weather closes in again. The defence trying to hold up here as they go down the middle. Just outside defensive 50, Frankston in the yellow and blue. High ball towards the wing. But that's a very good mark just behind the wing, completed by Yarra Juniors. Their marking and skills are excellent. Player on his own. Does well. That was Jacobs. And then they finish off with another one. Just getting it deep inside 50. And they just have a plethora of goal-kicking talent. And just making it hard for this gallant Frankston Junior team to compete. 9-1-55 to 1 straight 6. It's a candidate for goal of the day too for rookie me on the Sports Safe Australia scoreboard. Thrown up again. Got a big leap on him, the young man in the ruck there. For Frankston. But they just can't get a lot of decent footy. A bit of run of half back now might help them. Round the outer side. But the kick, a bit errant. And out of bounds on the full at half back. Not much blue sky now. Cloud cover really closing in here. Early afternoon. At Belfield. Or West Ivanhoe. Home of Ford Park. Home of the YJFL now. With Bulleen Park, of course, out of order as they build that northeast tunnel. which is looking good and will be good once it's finished. It seems to be moving at a quicker rate than what they're adding to the Westgate Bridge and the western part of Melbourne. Anyway, it's a story for another day. Boundary thrown on the wing underneath the scoreboard. Both teams working hard. Quick kick inside 50. And again, they get in the right position. Yarra. The forwards playing in front. Good forward craft. Concentrating hard when the ball gets in their vicinity. Good sure hands. And they're all on the same page as to where they need to kick the footy. High ball, high kick, just off the edge of the boot. And it floats through from behind. A rare blemish. 9-2, 56, exquisite kicking. 1 straight 6. Sports Safe Australia scoreboard. Back into play. Short pass okay. Wide ball. Down the line. And again, good defence as they manage to keep it alive. Trying to get hold of it was young Zane Stanley. Just a slip of a lad for the Frankston team. And it's probably the difference. They lack a bit of height and strength. A look at number 26. Can play a bit Baxter Quick. Knee high to a grasshopper though. Ball comes through. Hand pass by Ray Loney, son of Nathan Loney, ex-Port Adelaide Hawthorn player. Missed the target for Frankston. One of the very big bodies. Burst his way through with good hands, Luke Thomas. But the hand pass misses the target. Then a good tackle. As they were trying to win the footy, Frankston. But Joshua Fanning from behind. No, he doesn't get the free kick. He gives it back to his teammate who gets the free kick, and Jake Dixon. Dixon in short. His teammate goes across the face with his pass, Hudson Ramsey. And then a kick inside 50. And again, they hit a target, which has been one of the great aspects of this performance so far by the Yarra Junior team. 9-2, 56 to 1 straight 6. Winburn Institute, our major sponsor. 50-point lead. Thanks to the YJFL for having us here at Ford Park today. Josh Rickard for all the hard work he's done. Shardy and Aranda as well for looking after me as usual. It's getting me to the line. 45 metres out. That's a long high ball. And an accurate ball. They've been good, haven't they, with their accuracy. The Division 2 team had a lot of shots to goal. Not a lot of set shots. There were a lot of kicks on the run, weren't there, especially in the last quarter to the opposite end, the southern end. And they were spraying left, right and centre, but they still won handsomely. The last 3 goals of the game were kicked by Frankston, I thought were really good all day, and just in that last quarter, we were able to get a bit of reward for effort. 10-2, 62 to 1 straight 6, margin 56 points, Sports Safe Australia scoreboard for the Swinburne Institute. It'll be thrown up again. Leaning in. Winning it down is Yarra Juniors, but then Frankston get it inside 50 and they play in front and they're rewarded with a free kick. Well done. And Lennon Grimer, the curly hair, will take that free kick 30 metres out, looking to kick his team's second goal from a rare foray forward to the southern end of the ground. See what Grimer can do here. 30 metres out. His team are 56 points down. He's kicked the goal. Well done, young fella. Second goal on the board from a rare move forward. They're able to be efficient. That's what they need to do when they get an opportunity inside 50 to make the most, excuse me, of their opportunities. A few Collingwood supporters here. I wonder if they'll be heading into the MCG for the big freeze. Ariana Titmus, Aaron Flash Davey, Matt Nable, the voice of Fox Footy, the actor whose brother died of MND, among those going down the slide. Alyssa Healy, Australian women's cricket captain, wife of Mitch Stark, getting ready for the World Test Championship against South Africa. Lords, later in the week. Good bowling line-up, South Africa. Worried about their batting. Australia, reasonably strong team, although not sure about Marnus Labuschagne opening. But anyway, let's concentrate on this game as the ball comes out of the middle. Player taken in the back, and we'll get a free kick. And that player getting the free kick and kicking in a dangerous position was John Patel of Yarra Juniors, but didn't find the target. But they keep the ball alive with the handball and then intercepted by the smallest man out there, Baxter Quirk. He just emerged there like a little sprinkler head. Gets it to half forward and finds Lucas Surace, who kicks inside 50 to a more open forward line. Not getting numbers back. And a one-on-one. And if you're good enough, you'll take the mark. And that's an excellent mark by Gus Stroud, candidate for our mark of the day for Bendigo Bank. We're looking for a BOG as well for Pivot Sports Performance. And a goal of the day as well for Rookie Me. 30 metres out. Oh, I think he's missed it. He's certainly in the running for mark of the day, though, Gus Stroud. Good, strong, contested mark. But probably should have kicked that. As I say, they need to make the most of their opportunities. They've been few and far between when going forward. 2-1-13 is their score. Spearing ball back into play. No one can take it, although at the back, spinning in and out of tackles, doing a pretty good job was Ben Aldridge. Manages to get it down towards half forward. Loose ball, gathered on the run, swinging high. Doing nicely is Owen Trainer. High ball in towards a dangerous location. And again, they have players waiting at ground level. Chance for a shot at goal. And it has been touched and through for a behind. At the Yarra River end, 10-3-63, 2-1-13. Sports Safe Australia scoreboard. In the back end of the second quarter, approaching half-time. Second of two matches today for the Yarra Junior Football League Carnival and the under-14s. So it's going to be a boundary throw-in. Back into attack. And then there's a hurried kick towards the teeth of goal. Wasn't picked up cleanly by Yarra Juniors, and they were able to come on in and provide a crowd. Frankston about 20 metres out. Thrown up once more. Both teams working hard. Knocked down again. Trying to find a handle. They'll clear it. Towards the wing. Player goes up. Was he shoved out? He was. Free kick. Which way's the free kick going? So young Lennon thought it was his free kick. Lennon Grimer, his teammate takes it, kicks towards half forward. Turned over at the back by Yarra, and then they managed to get things going with good hands. Inside 50. And again, a good lead. Wide by King. He'll kick long to full forward. And off hands and through for a behind. Just love the way they've taken these great marks out in front. For our mark of the day for Bendigo Bank. They look so confident, haven't they, on leads? And they've been hitting targets too. First division team in the under-14s from Yarra Juniors. Launching ball to the half-back flank on the outer side. Didn't quite make it to the wing. Back inside 50 again. And again, they find a target. In short, good lead. And that is straight through the middle. Another goal on the board. It is one-way traffic here. Sports Safe Australia scoreboard, 11-4-70 to 2-1-13. Cassidy scoring that goal. Thrown up again. One in the ruck by Luke Reeves for Southern. Oh, sorry, for Frankston. And then they could have had a chance for a mark, but he dropped one he probably would like again if Barry Turner. Reeves now has the footy at half-back, looking to see if he can find Turner. But he had it intercepted magnificently by Tate McFarlane Smith. Kick inside 50 from the boot of Eldridge. 40 metres out from goal. It's been living inside the attacking 50 at the Yarra River end for Yarra Juniors in this quarter. Good tackling. Player got his hands free. Reeves again clears. They have some options out here on the broadcast side of the ground in front of the coach's box for Frankston, does the Frankston junior team. There was a player certainly out in his own by a couple of metres in a Harvey Merton, but the ball didn't get to him. And in the end, it's a free kick to McFarlane Smith. Kicks down the line for Yarra, but he turns it over as well. Some good intercepting. And getting in the road was Ari Ma. Daisy kicks it to half-back. Deliver towards the wing. This is good footy. Zane Stanley takes the mark. Stanley on the left. Wide ball. Player it's intended for out there is Angus Lyon of Frankston. Turnover again though. Yarra charging back inside 50. That kick is a little bit wayward and wide to where the cricket nets are, and it's out of bounds. So near the end of this quarter, it's 11-4-70 to 2-1-13. 57-point lead, Sports Safe Australia scoreboard. Boundary throw-in. Ball to be won. Scrapping hard. Hoping for a stoppage, Frankston. Thrown on the boot. From Yarra Junior. Was it taken on the line or over the line? No, marked on the line by Frankston. Long high ball out of the pack. Kick towards the wing. Zane Stanley was there. He was unable to take the mark. McFarlane Smith working hard. Also waiting for the crumbs was Nash Styles of Yarra Junior. And a good tackle again. They'll get a free kick through Ari Ma of Frankston Juniors. Steers a kick straight down the throat of an opponent, though. Unfortunately, Ty Kennedy, he went for the hand pass, didn't quite come off, and then he gets it back. Gets slung in a tackle, kicks to half forward, and then rove magnificently, front and square by Josh Fanning, and he wasn't able to get it accurately, though, and it's out of bounds. Right beside the cricket nets. Lots of forward 50 entries to the Yarra River end for Yarra Junior. 11-4-70 to 2-1-13. Margin 57 points. And again, they win the stoppage and have a flying shot at goal, a miss. For Sports Safe Australia, the lead out to 58. Looking for a goal of the day for Rookie Me, mark of the day. There might be a couple already being considered for Bendigo Bank and a BOG too. In short, nice tempo footy provided by Frankston. And getting up and marking, one of the smallest players out there, Ari Mars, had a bit of it this quarter and gets a 50-metre penalty as well. He gets it to his teammate. He'll drive his team towards half forward, but he'll turn it over. McDougall. Intercepted by Curry. And they elect to switch and go in the middle of the ground to Cassidy. Cassidy, the half forward, has got a player on his own who should mark and have a shot at goal here. He didn't get the carry on the kick though. And that was from the boot of number 54 in Jake Dixon. And that's the siren in the quarter. Although he did find a target in the end. This is the man that kicked the goal virtually on the quarter time siren. He's right across the face though with that kick. And that was Owen Traynor, who's been pretty good so far. So that's half time. 11-5-71 to 2-1-13. 58-point lead at half time in this first division clash in the under-14s and the Yarra Juniors for Swinburne Institute. And that's the score on the Sports Safe Australia scoreboard. Of course, don't forget all our sponsors and Pivot Sports Performance, looking after our player of the day. And, of course, we've got a mark of the day for one of our major sponsors who do a lot of great work here, Bendigo Bank. And our goal of the day also for Rookie Me. So we'll have a look at that a little bit later on. But a 58-point lead earlier today in the second division encounter. It was a good win by Yarra Junior as well. 11-5-71. Ball living inside their attacking 50 in that quarter. Mind you, when they did go forward, they did score. They didn't go forward often, Frankston, but they did go forward. 2-1-13 margin, 58 points. We'll be back with the second half shortly, courtesy of Swinburne Institute.
I've been in the dental industry for 27 years. I've had my own business for around 20 years. Sponsoring and supporting over 60 sporting clubs, from footy to rugby to gyms to schools, all types of contact sports. When an athlete comes up to me like a boxer and wants their logo, a special design, I love making it. Their smile on their face when they're wearing the mouth guard in the ring. If it's not a Sports Safe Australia mouthguard, it's not a mouthguard. These are custom made, professionally fitted. You'll get the best comfort, best design, and most importantly, you'll protect your teeth.
This piece of paper fights against hackers, protects our planet, builds new worlds, solves cold cases, turns data into decisions. Get more than a piece of paper. Get a next-gen degree only at Swinburne University of Technology. Swinburne, Next Gen now.
I've been in the dental industry for 27 years. I've had my own business for around 20 years. Sponsoring and supporting over 60 sporting clubs, from footy to rugby to gyms to schools, all types of contact sports. When an athlete comes up to me like a boxer and wants their logo, a special design, I love making it. Their smile on their face when they're wearing the mouth guard in the ring. If it's not a Sports Saver Australia mouth guard, it's not a mouth guard. These are custom made, professionally fitted. You'll get the best comfort, best design, and most importantly, you'll protect your teeth.
This piece of paper fights against hackers, protects our planet, builds new worlds, solves cold cases, turns data into decisions. Get more than a piece of paper. Get a next-gen degree only at Swinburne University of Technology. Swinburne, Next Gen now.
I've been in the dental industry for 27 years. I've had my own business for around 20 years. Sponsoring and supporting over 60 sporting clubs, from footy to rugby to gyms to schools, all types of contact sports. When an athlete comes up to me like a boxer and wants their logo, a special design, I love making it. Their smile on their face when they're wearing the mouth guard in the ring. If it's not a Sportsaver Australia mouthguard, it's not a mouthguard. These are custom made, professionally fitted. You'll get the best comfort, best design, and most importantly, you'll protect your teeth.
This piece of paper fights against hackers, protects our planet, builds new worlds, solves cold cases, turns data into decisions. Get more than a piece of paper. Get a next-gen degree only at Swinburne University of Technology. Swinburne, next-gen.
Welcome back to Ford Park for Swinburne Institute for the second half of the Division 1 game. Division 2 was won earlier today by YJFL, been undefeated in the under-14s. This is the under-14 Division 1 contest. And Frankston Junior Football League put up a good effort in the Division 2 contest, kicked the last 3 goals. Their opposition had a lot of chances to kick more goals. And it's been a bit harder for Division 1 against a very powerful team who lead 11-5, 71 to 2-1-13 on the High Depot scoreboard. It's getting hot. Bo Mustin giving me instructions about getting sun cream on. So out of the middle. Trying to get the hand pass free. And they weren't able to. Was Frankston Juniors. And now they try and get the ball inside 50. McFarlane Smith is here. He gets bumped over. And they'll clear it out of defence. No one can take the mark. Now the hand pass comes out again, close to the boundary. And it goes out of bounds. Plenty of sunshine now. Cassidy taken in a tackle. Turned over. They'll look to drive it long, and it'll come from the boot of Reeves, who's been impressive, the big man. And then lovely piece of work to chip in and set something up. Mason Stevenson for Frankston. Skids a kick to half forward. High up and under ball from Miller. And it had a bit of carry on the kick, but not the accuracy. And it goes through for a behind. They're getting a bit of the footy early stages, third quarter for High Depot. Scoreboard, 2-2-14, 11-5, 71. McFarlane Smith low and flat. Skidding ball, well picked up. Driving ball towards the wing for Yarra Juniors. They can't take the mark, and then it's held up right on the wing. In fact, free kick, a wing on the outer side. They may look to switch, but there's no one running on this side of the ground, so they'll go deep where their tall forwards are, and that was a legitimate shove out, but the umpire didn't see it. It was a nice mark. completed by Jai Henry. And then a great snap around the body as they brought it to ground, and they were unable to take the mark. And they brought it to ground, and the man able to finish it off, one of their better small forwards, as they got it in quickly. It just put a bit of pressure on the Frankston team. And Josh Fanning, who's had a bit of an influence so far, finishes it off. 12-5-77, 2-2-14. 63-point lead, Higher Depot scoreboard, early stages, third quarter for Swinburne University. 3 minutes into the quarter. He's thrown up again. Knocked down. Trying to win that footy. There's Luke Reeves, who's been a good ruckman today. And there will be a free kick to go to Frankston in short. Mark completed by Stevenson, getting a bit of it early in this quarter. He's unsure where to go, so he stabs a lovely ball, half-distancer. That's good use of the footy. Mark completed by Turner. Turner will get it towards half forward. Nearly a turnover. The handball didn't quite find the target, but they have numbers everywhere at half back, Yarra Juniors. They kick along the carpet. Clean bowls a number of players. Picked up at the back and able to get his boot to ball and drive his team down the line was Aldridge. And then a kick inside 50 again. Nearly had a mark completed, not quite, but at ground level, great little hand pass out and a goal is completed. The hand pass was set up by Fanning. It was a wonderful score involvement. He got it to Styles, who was just outside the goal square, snapped around the body for one of the goals of the day for rookie me, and they kick another one. Looking for a mark of the day for Bendigo Bank as well, and it is 13-5-83 to 2-2-14, margin 69 points. And the Higher Depot scoreboard. Sun has come out after rain in the first game. It's nowhere near as cold as it was an hour ago. Could be okay at the G today. Big crowd for the Big Freeze. Out of the middle, Ma. Handballs. Gets a bit stymied as he gets the hand pass out. Finds Stevenson, who has a bounce and does well, and then hits up Reeves with a lovely bullet ball. Kick into the middle of the ground. Finds his teammate able to take hold of it again in Grimer, who's been okay for Frankston. And then he kicks to half forward. And there's going to be a ball going the way of Frankston. And with it, another one of their small men in Zane Stanley. He'll have a shot at goal 40 metres out. 2-2-14, 13-5-83, margin 69 points. Well done, Reeves, who's been one of their best players and might be in contention for BOG today. For Elite Performance, one of the Elite Sports Performance, one of the sponsors. That ball didn't quite have the carry as it slides right for a behind. It's 2-3-15 to 13-5-83, margin 68 points. Kick to half back through the middle of the ground. Players running. They're very good to get the ball deep. Jacobs towards the half-forward flank on the outer side. Here's the young man Fanning, who's been very clever. And he picks that Cassidy. Cassidy kicks inside 50. A player on his own. They've done a bit of this where they've managed to get separation from the defenders. And it's all about being able to hit targets. And this team is elite at that. Under 14 level. And Roy Lethleen gets on his own and takes the mark at right half forward. As I mentioned, son of Simon, he kicked a magnificent goal early days. Probably our favourite for goal of the day for rookie me. And Roy Lethleen from Ashwood. 40 metres out. He leans back and he kicks his second. 14-5-89, 2-3-15, margin out to 68 points. Higher Depot scoreboard. Pivot Sports Performance for our best on ground today. Thrown up again, Reeves, the fist. Knocked down again. Stevenson overruns it for Frankston. And a free kick at half back. They get players loose. Good hand pass. And then 40 metres out. Low ball. Nearly a mark. Not quite taken. And the player that couldn't quite hang on to that mark was a good effort was Jai Henry. Again, they just managed to get players free. They honour the leads. They honour the hand passes. Players in good locations for kids in the under 14s. It's a really good sign, isn't it? Mind you, a lot of these boys have been training together, the Yarra Junior squad. Here's a chance now. Cassidy a hand pass out, and then the kick was smothered, and then another shot at goal just misses to the left-hand side. What they've also got is a lot of players at ground level, inside 50, knowing that if one isn't able to execute correctly, there's another player there if it spills out in a ricochet or a rebound. Back into play. McFarlane Smith through his fingers for Yarra at the back of the pack. Mopped up by Roy Lefleen again, but he loses control of it. And now they're off to the races if they can get things going through Sands. Sands kicks down the line. But again, good defence. Shove it over the boundary by Yarra. Inside defensive 50 at the Yarra River end. 14-6-90 to 2-3-15. Margin 75 points in this third term. Thanks to Swinburne Institute. And the Higher Depot scoreboard. Boundary throw-in. Back into play. It was a shallow return. They look to try and extricate themselves out of tackles. They just do, despite good forward pressure from Frankston. High kick towards the wing. Well, that's a big mark for mark of the day by Lucas Serace. And he's in short to Bo Wilson, who pulls the trigger with a half-distance pass. Kicks towards the teeth of goal to centre half forward. And he finds his teammate taking a mark again, Zane Stanley. Good crossing footy that was then by Frankston inside 50. And they've got a chance to finish it off. Bailey White kicks from the teeth of goal. And that was good footy. They were able to put a bit of pressure on the defence of Yarra by just going for the 45s, honouring the best lead, which is what Yarra have been very good at doing at both ends today in this first division clash. But they kicked their third goal, 3-3-21 to 14-6-90 in this third quarter on the Higher Depot scoreboard. So free kick. Handball. McFarlane Smith, he's sold a pup and he's been tackled. That wasn't good play. So free kick inside 50 again. Player shoved. And it's going to be a free kick to the man who was leading Bailey White to kick the last goal. Moore was the one that sold McFarlane Smith a pup, giving him that hand pass, and he was hotly pressed immediately. So I'll see if they can kick two in a row, which they haven't done today yet. Their teammates in the second division game kicked the last three after Yarra Junior were very inaccurate. That's a lovely shot at goal for rookie me. And that's two in a row. Slight angle, 40 metres out. And mark of the day, of course, for Bendigo Bank, a great supporter of local sport. Junior sport, of course. Reeves in the middle of the ground there. Couldn't win it out for Frankston. And eventually they do get a boot to ball again. They were saying to win a few clearances. That came from the boot off the side of the boot from Merton. And now they bring it around that outer side. They love that outer side, Yarra, don't they? Kick towards half forward. Picked up by Moore after he couldn't take the mark. He hooks the left footer. And then that's a lovely kick that had so much weight. There was a player playing in front for Frankston, but it had too much on it. And it's been marked at the back. And will be a shot at goal for Henry Chapman. Love some of these old-fashioned names. Stanley, Henry, Thomas, Harry. That's what we love. 40 metres out. There's a Ray, of course, playing for Frankston. Didn't quite go the distance. But then there's a shot at goal. Well roved. And Trainer's kicked another one. Candidate for goal of the day for rookie me. And he was there front and square at the crumb. Probably Roy Lesline still got that covered for goal of the day for rookie me, but Trainer might also be in contention for player of the day for Pivot Sports Performance. And it's 15-6-96 to 4-3-27 on the Higher Depot scoreboard. Thrown up. Reeves. Followed up. Kick inside 50. Almost a good mark, getting up high, but he couldn't bring it to ground, was Walker. Got to try and clear it. Kicker smothered for Frankston. Player was taken in a tackle in Ray Loney. Nathan Sonny gets the free kick. He hits a teammate who marks it half back in front of the playground on that southern side of the ground. He'll kick straight down the middle to centre half back. Oh, gee, that nearly was taken by Fanning, but they managed to hang on to the mark. They kick to the wing. Here's Lennon. He does very, very well here to feed a hand pass over the top, looking for a teammate to run onto it. Who does? He had to get rid of it in an absolute hurry. And that hand pass came from White. It nearly didn't hit the target, but in the end they managed to get out through Reeves. Kicks inside 50. No one can mark. But again, they have a shot at goal as it got out the back, and they've snapped another one. It's good movement of the footy around the broadcast side there by Frankston, managing to rebound and repel out of defence, and they score again. 15-6-96 to 5-3-33, putting up a good effort in this third quarter. Playing the game out nicely in the last 5 minutes of the third quarter for Swinburne Institute. Ben Aldridge has had a good game too for Pivot Sports Performance. Number 75, in my humble opinion, for Yarra. He'll get a free kick here out of the ruck. And pass came from Moore. They charge through the middle of the ground. High kick, great mark. Mark of the day. That was a magnificent mark with a big pack forming. Mark of the day for Bendigo Bank because it was a pack mark. And there were 4 or 5 around him. You've got some good hands, these young men, taking these pack marks. 14 years old, if that. He's kicked it. That's Ben Walker. What a mark that is. So I've got him as the front runner for the mark of the day for Bendigo Bank. Stanley Moore is a chance for Pivot Sports Performance for BOG. Reeves has been very good for Frankston. Aldridge has been pretty good as well. They've had a lot of other good players. Sixteen 6-102, 5-3-33, 69-point lead. Close to three-quarter time. Reeves beaten in the middle of the ground. Loose ball. Trying to track it forward now. Aldridge again. Swings it around under pressure. Hooks a lovely ball. He saw it play at the corner of his eye. That is skill. This is Lethleen, who's had a good match. In quickly to another man who's had an influence. This is Fanning. Fanning's at right half forward. Fanning now will drive it long towards a teammate who's all on his own. Again, they sag off the defenders. They were just unsure who they should be defending. And when you kick the footy like young Fanning can, there's a target on his own, and one of the best players in the team, according to their coach who started on the bench, Noah Stiles, was able to find a gap, and a pronounced one at that. 40 from goal now for Noah Stiles to kick another one. He's kicked the goal. 17-6, 108, 5-3, 33. Margin out to 75 points, close to three-quarter time. The High Depot scoreboard. Yes, a plethora of players to pick for Pivot Sports Performance BOG. I think the mark of the day will go to Walker. That was an outstanding pack mark. 4 or 5 around him. He just clunked it. Like he was so confident despite the body contact that would have been near him or on him or feeling him. Thrown up again in the middle. Reeves wins it down once more. Out of the middle, Merton. Gets the hand pass out. Lennon does well to get the kick to half forward. Skidding ball. His teammate tried to work around opponents then. And he was met heavily. Stevenson. So a free kick. Back to half forward. They get a fist involved there. Frankston. Try and bring it to ground. Lennon once more. Stevenson on the overlap. They storm through the middle of the ground. They've got a couple of goals out the back. There's been a little bit of lax marking. McFarlane Smith cuts it off. He's another one who's played well for Pivot Sports Performance. And finds a player taking a mark at half back. All on his own. Another one who's had a huge game. Roy Lethleen. Fanning in the best players too. On the wing. Low, flat punt kick. Good mark, Chapman. Kicks to the hot spot at centre half forward. No mark taken. They need the runners to get there. Walker lays a tackle after taking that great mark for Bendigo Bank. Roy Lethleen's probably got the goal for rookie me. So that is the siren for three-quarter time. 17-6, 108, 5-3, 33. Margin 75 points. And the High Depot scoreboard will come home in the last quarter with the scoreboard for Hare House for Swinburne Institute. Back with the last quarter very, very shortly.
I've been in the dental industry for 27 years. I've had my own business for around 20 years. Sponsoring and supporting over 60 sporting clubs, from footy to rugby to gyms to schools, all types of contact sports. when an athlete comes up to me like a boxer and wants their logo, a special design, I love making it. They smile on their face when they're wearing the mouth guard in the ring. If it's not a Sportsaver Australia mouth guard, it's not a mouth guard. These are custom made, professionally fitted. You'll get the best comfort, best design, and most importantly, you'll protect your teeth.
This piece of paper fights against hackers, protects our planet, builds new worlds, solves cold cases, turns data into decisions. Get more than a piece of paper. Get a next-gen degree only at Swinburne University of Technology. Swinburne, next gen now.
So the last quarter of today's proceedings and of the Interleague Carnival for 2025, as far as the Yarra Junior Football League is concerned, playing the Frankston District Junior Football League. Division 2 had a good win earlier. They squandered a lot of chances in the last quarter, and they kicked 3 late goals, Frankston, and they deserve that. And the same in the third quarter there for the First Division outfit. But they've been very accurate, Yarra Junior. 17,608 to 5,333 on the Hare House scoreboard. And they try and get the ball out. Taken by Quirk, who's beset upon immediately as he received from Max McDougall. His mum Jackie is the team manager today from Mount Eliza. Tap down again. Hurry kick towards half forward. At the Yarra River end, that's the end that the Yarra Junior team is attacking in this final quarter. Kick wide, good kick. And is it taken inside the boundary? So there will be a shot at goal here. Right half forward. Slight angle for the 18th goal. We know they've been really accurate today. 17,608. That's a nice kick. And it's another goal. Gee, they have not missed, have they? It's been beautiful to watch. 18-6, 120, 5-3-33. Hare House scoreboard. 87-point lead. Opening minute, final quarter. Quite a good crowd here to have a look. Obviously more earlier when the players were arriving for the second game, when the first game was on. Specifically from about the second quarter onwards. Players arrived. Tap down again. Trying to win some footy where the cricket pitch area is Frankston Juniors. Again, good gang tackling provided by the Yarra Junior side. And in particular, the best tackler there. And he's done a great job today. Was Edward Barnaby. Another one who might feature in the Best Players Pivot Sports Performance. Handball comes out now. And another strong mark. Gee, their ability, as I've said many times today, the ability to take marks out in front of the Yarra Junior forwards. The hybrid talls and the talls have been just a pleasure to watch. They've been about a half a metre. Not much in front of their opponents, but they've managed to hold their line and take marks. Nearly a good mark, as that was a floating ball that went across the face. Couldn't quite be hung on. And it'll be cleared away by Frankston. But turned over by Willett. And then another shot at goal is home again. Just terrific work to have players everywhere and set up a wall and be disciplined. If there's a dump kick coming out, which it did from Hudson Willett, Dave's son, and he didn't find the target. And it's finished off nicely. As players who normally play in defence were coming up and just forming the wall as the defensive forwards. So with a defensive mindset, but coming up the ground to finish it off. And the goal was kicked by Darcy Jacobs. So holding the ball. Going the way of Loney. Kicks the half forward. Cleared out of defence again. Good hands. They get them going, get them rolling. Through Dixon to the wing on the outer side. They've always used that. They obviously consider it the fat side on this ground, Yarra Juniors. This is, of course, one of the Ivanhoe Junior Football Club's home grounds that they use along with the Boulevard in Ivanhoe Park, and for the older age groups, because West Ivanhoe have younger age groups up to under 14, I believe, up the road at Belmont Road on the outskirts of Ivanhoe, where it meets with Thornbury, and the big soccer venue and the cycling venue for Cycling Victoria, John Cain Park. So it's 120 to 33, 87-point lead on the Hare House scoreboard. It's forced out again. Both teams, as they have all day, working hard, striving to find a way home. They knock it forward another 20 valuable metres, Yarra Junior, and it's just near the cricketers' nets, but it's out of bounds on the forward. It will be a free kick going the way of the Frankston Junior side, and they've got it on that outer side where the ball's been most of the day. Wobbly ball. Handball over the top. And again, good pressure provided, but a little bit high. And then just always finding someone on their own. That's what they've been very good at. Honouring the right option. Jake Dixon had wandered down. He takes the mark at centre half forward for Yarra Juniors. Roy Lethlean still the clubhouse leader for our goal of the day for rookie me. Big mark of the day to Hamish Walker, pack mark. That's a big, big kick. Has that got the carry? Or is there a mark on the goal line? It's the latter. That's a candidate too for mark of the day for Bendigo, and Trainer's taken the mark and kicked the goal. He's had a very good day, Owen Trainer. Kicked one before quarter time. I think he kicked one in the second quarter as well. I wonder if he's any relation to Luke Trainer at Richmond. I haven't been able to ascertain that. Of course, one of the good young players at the Richmond Footy Club this year. They've blooded a lot of youngsters and they've done well. Look, had a bad day on Saturday, but young teams are going to, aren't they? Mind you, the disappointment was that it was against a team that had been really battling in the Swans, but they just closed them down. Don't rule out the Swans yet. 26-126, 5-3-33, 93-point lead. Here, Depot scoreboard for the Swinburne Institute. It's tapped by Yarra Junior, but it's roved defensively by Loney. And then trying to fend off the tackle. Could have nearly been holding the ball there against number 15, Sir Ace for Frankston. And now they get the ball rolling again through Moore. He's had a very good day. To his teammate who runs into trouble and runs out of trouble. Bryant Brown gets a hand pass out again. They just keep pushing it forward despite the pressure from Frankston. And then there's a shot at goal and they miss to the left-hand side. Keeping the ball alive, shoving it inside 50. I thought the pressure and intent from Frankston was pretty good. But Yarra Junior just razzle-dazzle Hollywood footy was magnificent to watch. 27-127, 5-3-33, 84-point lead. Stanley in short. Picked up by Cassidy. Gets a little hand pass out, which didn't find the target. And there's going to be a free kick. Which way is it going? No, it'll be thrown up by the umpire. Just on the attacking side of the wing on the outer side. The West Heidelberg side. Or Bell Street side of this venue. Thrown up again, one of the biggest roads in Melbourne. Both teams working pretty hard. No one can get proper possession of the football. It's a mad scrap in there. It's squeezed forward again, which can always be very handy. One of those dirty ball kicks, which I describe as good ball for sometimes the attacking team and bad for the opposition because they're unsure how to attack it at times when it's rolling end on end. Finds its way to the wing now. Kicker smothered off the boot of Lennon. And another free kick shoved in the back. Yarra Juniors. In the last quarter, thanks to Hare House, our scoreboard sponsor. Has to be inside 50. That's a magnificent leap and lead and mark for Bendigo Bank. And again, this has happened a lot today where they've just outmarked their defenders, have outpointed them. Something the young Frankston team can learn, the ability to just outpoint and outmark opponents. As another goal is kicked, 21-7, 1-3-3 to 5-3-33. So it's 100 points unless I'm one goal ahead. We'll confirm that on the Hare Depot scoreboard. No, I'm right. Exactly 100 points is the lead now. I think, though, that Frankston Juniors, their first division side, have been better than this, even though this is a very powerfully drilled team. Clinical, aren't they? The way they just play so well together. Obviously from a number of different clubs. This very large Yarra Junior Football League. Stretching from, for those that don't know, from the north, teams like Bundoora, Northcote, Parade St Damian's. Handball comes out of the pack now. Trying to pick it up is Clancy. And he does. And he launches long. And they just miss. That was a massive kick. It would have been goal of the day for rookie mate, but it misses. So it's 21-8, 1-3-4, 5-3-33. Back into play. And now Frankston try and drive it long, although they've often had players there to spoil and knock away. Getting involved with Ty Kennedy. Couldn't take the mark for Yarra, but they have players ready to bounce back off half-back and bounce off half-back to springboard attacks, but it doesn't work on this occasion. It'll be thrown up. Right in the middle of the ground with a 101-point advantage. Reeves goes up. He's battled manfully. Been indefatigable today for the Frankston team. Lennon inside 50. Lovely kick. Lovely mark. And that's a great mark taken by Lucas Johnson for Bendigo Bank. Just outmarked his opponent then. who didn't do much wrong as far as Yarra's concerned, but he was just a little bit too athletic and just judged the flight of the footy to perfection and to a nicety. 45 from goal, hoping he can kick it. Some of these AFL footballers can learn from these young boys with their set shots today. Melbourne kicked 7.21 last week, cost them a win against St Kilda. And it goes straight through the middle. We saw West Coast blow a chance against North yesterday over 6-16, but that is accuracy personified. But they don't practice goal kicking because of the high performance managers who say they spend too much time out in the ground. They haven't got time to do that, even though it's probably the most important part of the game. It can decide whether you win or lose. 95 points now. 6-3, 39, 21-8, 134. Harehouse scoreboard. Thrown up in the middle again. Reeves wins it down. He's been terrific today for Frankston. On the outside, Moore with a hand pass. He's had a very, very good day too for pivot high performance. They get the kick inside 50. The mark just slipping through his fingers there. Big Luke Thomas. He goes after it again. The defence of Frankston pretty good on this occasion. And they manage to keep it away and they grubber a kick close to the boundary. And they do okay. It'll be thrown back into play right in front of the Frankston coaches area. 95-point lead. Swinburne Institute looking after a commentary of the carnival. Thrown back into play. Knocked to the front of the pack. Both teams trying to find the handle. Reeves is there. Handball on the outside. Misses the target. Clancy gets involved there for Yarra Juniors. They seem to have always more players around the contest, particularly at the ground ball level way. And then there's a shot at goal to the teeth of goal. And is there a big mark taken? It was a flying shot by Elijah DeRuden. And then there's a shot at goal because there was a mark taken in the goal square. Candidate for our mark of the day for Bendigo Bank, a great sponsor of local and junior footy. 22-8, 140. They're back in front by over 100 points, 6-3, 39 inside the last 5 minutes. "30 scoring shots to 9. Haven't they been magnificent with their kicking? Any team would love 22-8, no matter what level of football. That is just perfection personified in my book. Reeves wins it down, does well. Out of the middle too. Deep entries as well have helped, of course. Player mown down from behind. That'll be holding the ball against Patel. He's had a good game too for pivot high performance, sporting performance. Gets it wide with the free kick and the mark completed by Zane Stanley. He's in short now. To Loney. Loney will dab a kick, looking for a teammate, but chipping in and intercepting. Jai Henry brings it to ground. Gets the hand pass off to his teammate, who'll give a long farming ball, Aldridge. Henry kept running. What a good game he's played. Kicks to the teeth of goal again for another mark. Player plays on, gets slung close to the goal square. Should have gone back and had his kick. A man's got to know his limitations, but it doesn't matter. There's a teammate there who has a snap. Or was it holding the ball? It's a goal. Wow. Another great mark for Bendigo Bank. People just around us talking about the French Open final for men. What a great effort that was by Alcaraz. He's down, of course, 2 sets to love and match points against Sinner. Out of the middle. Loney, nice ball going wide. And the mark taken at half forward by Lucas Saras. It's been okay as a play they've targeted forward. Margin 107 points. 146 to 39. Just over 2 minutes remaining. And he's on a slight angle. 45 metres out. Right in front of our commentary position. And the club room's here at Ford Park North. His kick's a good one. Just off the face a little bit. And it's kept alive. Snap at goal. No, wrong side behind. Would have been a candidate for goal of the day as well for rookie me. It was good roving though, front and square. Ty Kennedy. Oh, it's a terrible turnover. And into an open goal. And they'll make them pay. When they went to the back pocket, then they tried to square it up down the guts. It didn't come off. And running into an open goal. Lovely finish by Hudson Willett, who, as I say, his father Dave, an outstanding player. Spent some time at North Melbourne. He was in the Ovens and Murray League. He then went down to Mount Eliza, played in the premiership down there with his, at the time, future brother-in-law Paul Hopgood, former Melbourne player, played 113 games for the Demons in the back pocket. And sort of an unofficial power broker behind the scenes at the Melbourne Football Club now. And Dave is coaching Chelsea in the second division of the MPFNL. But nice finish by young Hudson. 100 points the margin. 7-4-46, 23-8, 146. No doubt Frankston would love to finish it off here to get it under 100. Here's Willett again. Left foot kick. He's been pretty good. Gets the kick to half forward. Trying to get a hand pass out, but cleared at the back. They've got those big defenders that do a good job, and Edward Barnaby's been one of those. Floating ball now to half forward. No one can mark for the Yarra Junior team, but at the front, high kick inside 50. And then there were Rovers there, but not able to quite finish it. Or did they finish it? They have. They've done that a lot today. If they haven't marked it, there's always been players at the fore, and the ball's gone deep and long, and they've had players in the right position. Very, very well-disciplined team as to where they need to stand, as to where they need to be. The ability to separate from their opponents inside 50. 24-8, 152, 7-4-46, margin 106. And this is nearly it on the Hare House scoreboard. How accurate have they been? How brilliant have they been? There's a bit of blue sky above us, but I can just feel there's rain coming. That's the siren, that's the game, that's the carnival for the under-14s, first and second division in the boys. The second division team won comfortably, the first division team even more comfortably by 106 points, 24-8, 152 to 7-4-46, the margin, 106, 32 scoring shots to 11. And that's the score on the Hare House scoreboard for our major sponsor, Swinburne Institute. What a performance that was. And they were outstanding. Those tall forwards did a great job. Trainer was brilliant up forward. He got great support all day as they marked anything that moved. Jai Henry was another one. He was close to best on ground. Chapman spent some time up forward. Aldridge, who was very good around the ground, spent some time up forward. Roy Lethlean's kicked our goal of the day for rookie me. Magnificent goal, barrel-chested on the run. Simon Son has spent 20 years in the AFL, whether it be as an executive. Second to Gil McLaughlin. And also whether it be, of course, at the St Kilda Footy Club as their football operations general manager and then the CEO. He's now gone into the tourism industry. But Roy wins our goal of the day. Mark of the day, well, I thought there were some magnificent marks down at both ends, down at the Yarra River end by the forwards, deep into attack for Yarra in the last quarter. But I'm going to go for Hamish Walker's mark that I saw clearly, which was up at the other end, which was the southern end of the ground. He's taken an outstanding mark and then kicked the goal. It was a big pack mark, so I'll give him mark of the day. And that, of course, is for one of our great sponsors for local and junior footy, Bendigo Bank. And BOG, I've got one of the dads right next to me. He might be able to help me with BOG, Dan. Just trying to find a BOG. There are a few that stand out. I can go through a list. I thought that Stanley Moore, 88, was good. I thought Ben Aldridge, 75, was very good. Nash Styles, when he came on, was very good. I thought down back, Tate McFarlane Smith, Number 46 played really well. Owen Trainer kicked some great goals. Number 20, Jai Henry was terrific. Yeah, it's probably Jai Henry, I think. I mean, it's pretty tough. He was great the way he could sweep back, cross half back, go into the midfield when needed, and also be involved in some score involvement. So we'll give it to Jai Henry. He wins our BOG for Pivot Sports Performance. So we thank all our sponsors, and they've done a great job today. Mastercraft Construction looked after the first quarter on the scoreboard. And our other sponsors, of course, were Hire Depot, Hair House. We had our major sponsor, Swinburne Institute. We also had, of course, Bendigo Bank for our Mark of the Day, Goal of the Day, Rookie Me, and Pivot Sports Performance was the BOG. And just checking all our sponsors, of course, Sports Safe Australia was our scoreboard sponsor in the second quarter. We thank Josh for arranging it. We thank Ari and the team, Jessica, here at the YJFL. We thank the team also from the Frankston District Football League. Jackie was great, providing me with the team sheet for the second game today, the firsts. Great to catch up with Bo Muston, who was involved as coach of the Frankston District Football League first team, and also Travis Johnson, runner for the second team, former number 1 draft pick with Melbourne back in 1997. And, of course, I couldn't do it without Aranda and Ashadi. Ashadi got all those team sheets for me early days. Wonderful to be here. And well done again to the YJFL for organising 2 great matches here and all these junior competitions, getting an opportunity. We also saw them play Eastern. We also saw them play South Metro as well. And there are a lot of very good young footballers. The future is looking great. We know the YJFL have provided a lot of outstanding footballers to the AFL over the years as they have access. As Paddy Swain was telling me, he's coaching the girls under 15 team that didn't win today, but did win one of the games for Frankston in the Carnival. They were playing in the oval adjoining us, the main oval here at Ford Park South, which is their feature ground. And he said that you've got to remember that with the Yarra Junior Football League, they have access a little bit to Calder, certainly to Northern in regard to the Coates League teams, the Eastern Football League with teams like Beverly Hills and Doncaster and Templestowe, etc., and even Oakley, of course, and maybe just briefly Sandringham with Ashwood, because of the fact that there's a lot of teams from the private schools that play with Ashwood, one of the biggest teams in the competition. Thanks to everyone. A great day. Big win by the First Division side today of the Yarra Junior Football League and their Second Division team. The First Division side 24-8, 152, and they've beaten their opponent 7-4-46, which is the Frankston District Junior Football League. We thank, of course, our major sponsor, which is Swinburne Institute. Enjoy the rest of your King's Birthday Monday.